Hey everyone, welcome back to Dede's Mediterranean Kitchen. Today I'm going to be making a wonderful vegetarian dish, but it's full of vitamins and fiber, called Mujaddara Hamra, which means red mujaddara. Now mujaddara is made with lentils. There's mujaddara that's lentils and rice, and there's this mujaddara which is lentils, burgle number 2, the nice coarse one, and a lot of onions. Now if you want this recipe or any of my other recipes, go to my website at DedeMed.com. If you have any questions about the recipes or you just want to contact me, you can email me or post a comment. Check out my Facebook and Twitter and we can chat it up. Now let's go over the ingredients and we'll put it together. Here I have 2 whole chopped onions, and the onions are chopped pretty much the same size. I have some cumin, I have some green / brown lentils. Don't use the red lentils, use these lentils. Make sure you also go through them to make sure there's no rocks or any other foreign particles. Here I have burgle number 2. This is the coarse burgle and it's used for dishes like this and for pilaf. Here I have some peeled pearl onions. These we're going to caramelize and put them on top. I have some salt, black pepper, and olive oil. Now you want a nice big 5 or 6 quart pot, and you want to put quite a bit of olive oil. You can use vegetable oil if you like, but I like to use olive oil. Just, you know, the flavor that comes out is just really important. You want to get as much flavor out of your dish as possible. So we have about 1/4 cup olive oil. To this I'm going to add the onions. Remember, always hot pan before you add the oil. So I'm going to see how much onions we have. I'm going to add a little bit more oil. You really want, because we're going to cook these down. What we're going to do is we're going to cook the onions down until they're dark golden brown. I mean, right before burning. You want to turn your heat down to medium heat. You can add a little bit of salt. And this is what's going to give our mujaddara that nice red color. It's probably going to take about 10 to 15 minutes to cook these onions down. While these are cooking down, we're going to go over here. I have some water that's heating. I'm going to add our lentils to it. And we're just going to cook these for about 10-15 minutes. You don't want to cook the lentils all the way through. We just want to cook them until they're almost al dente. So let that go and let this go here. Just keep your eye on the onions. Keep stirring them. You want to get an even color on all of the onions. So it's been a couple of minutes. You can see that my onions are becoming translucent and they're going to start browning. So this is when we want to pay careful attention not to burn them, just to get them really dark brown. Over here our lentils are boiling up. We're just going to let them go for another few minutes just before they're al dente. Now if you can see, our onions are not burned at all. They have a nice dark brown color. Now we're going to, our lentils over here, I turned it off, and I'm going to actually use the waters from the lentils. I'm just going to pour it in here. Be very careful. Pour it in. Try not to get some of the lentils in. See how it makes it very red? So you want to let this cook on low, and as you're cooking, just kind of mash the lentils to the side. If you have a potato masher, you can use that as well, but do not use a hand blender. You want to keep the texture of the onions in there. You just want to bring out the wonderful flavor of the dark caramelized onions. I'm going to let this go just a few minutes. So my onions are almost all mashed, and we have this nice deep red sauce now from the onion mixture. And just keep mashing it up. We're going to add some more water to this. Let it boil for just a few more minutes. Let this go for a few minutes just till it comes to a boil, and then we're going to add our lentils and our burgle. So we're going to slowly add our lentils now. Make sure you get them all in there. Stir that in. We're going to add our cumin. Just like that. I'm going to add some salt. And then we're going to add some fresh black pepper. Let this go for just a few minutes. Just mix it up really well before we add our burgle. Let it go for about 4 minutes. And we have a nice red sauce. Our lentils cooked a little bit. We're going to add our burgle. And the bulgur is going to actually absorb all the rest of the moisture. Turn your heat down and just let it go. Now while this is finishing cooking, I have another pan over here. I'm going to add some olive oil to it, and we're going to caramelize our onions, our pearl onions that we have. So just add those in. You can add a little bit of salt to these. Just until they caramelize, so just a few minutes. Our bulgur lentil pilaf, or Mujaddara Hamra, is done. Look at that. And what you want to do, you just want to fluff it up with a fork. Don't use a spoon because it'll mush it. You want to make sure the lentils keep their form. So just with a fork, fluff it up, just like that. And then you want to pour it into a dish. Pour it out, spread it out. And it's best to eat this when it's hot, but you don't have to eat it when it's hot. Actually, people eat it all day long. You can put it in a pita, make a sandwich out of it with some tomatoes, cucumbers, onions. I mean, it's just served cold, served warm, and a sandwich, without a sandwich. So many ways you can eat this, and it's so healthy and full of fiber. Now here are my onions that are caramelized. See, they look so pretty. They have a nice brown color. I'm just going to put these on top because this dish, I mean, even though there's onions in it, it tastes amazing with even more onions. Just going to put some on top like that. If you don't have pearl onions, you can just slice up a bunch of onions, cook them the same way. And there you go. And this dish actually goes great with either plain yogurt or tzatziki sauce, which I have some on hand. Also goes great with tomato cucumber salad. It's amazing. And that's a meal right there. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you have any questions about making it, make sure you contact me on Facebook or email me. Let me know what you think. Join me again for DeDe's Mediterranean Kitchen.